Welcome in to my channel. The name's Hearing Spirit, and I'm doing a reading today for you, True Sky Aquarius, for the month of June. So the main tarot that I'm using at the moment for the transit of the sun through the sign of True Sky Taurus is the Sacred Circle Tarot, and on the bottom of the deck for you we have rebirth. So there could be some serious indications this month of an underlying theme of rebirth for you. So rebirth is similar to the Judgment card, so there's a sense of divine timing attached to it. It's a very spiritual card, and in this deck it can point to a profound change in your consciousness, and that insights will reveal to you due to your past actions and choices. So previously unrecognized patterns are made clear and seen as part of the whole. So there could be that kind of energy for you for this month. So I do find that quite interesting, considering we do have the North Node in your sign at the moment, which is it's a sign very much linked with fate. So there's a very fated energy for Aquarians at the moment. The first card, however, we have for you is the Nine of Discs, which is the card of gain. So there should be some serious financial gains for you this month. Considering it's your first card, yeah, I would be expecting some kind of incomings, some gain in something you're working on. There's definite financial resources anyway, resource gain in resources this month. The central card, the crowning card for you, is the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords does indicate that you are feeling there's conflict, and that maybe you've taken on more than you can handle at this time, and you really need to kind of reassess, like, what is it that I'm doing right now that maybe I can't complete, or I've taken on too much, or maybe it was like above me, I took it on and actually wasn't didn't have those skills, or didn't have enough time, or whatever it is, because there is a sense of defeat with this. So, you know, try your best to figure it out. Then you have the Two of Swords, which is the opposition card. So this is very much about decision making. So this month will be significant decisions to be made, and you'll really need to figure out what is best for you, and try and put your mental energy and your time into those projects that you most are wanting to see, you know, grow. And that could even be with this project of defeat. You know, there could be some energy here that, you know, you are learning. So just because it's a bit too heavy at the moment, a bit too much, doesn't mean you can't complete this in the future, but there is a sense of defeat. The next card you have here is the Knight of Swords, and he is our change agent. So this could be someone coming in with a message for you this month. It could also be a figure, a person. So it could be a masculine or feminine, but of the air signs. So it could even be you, or an element in your life that you're needing to learn. So we're talking you may need to initiate changes in your life, and these changes might be quite radical. And you'll find that your life can, you know, quickly change overnight if these changes are implemented. It definitely could be linked here with this gain as well. And the central card of the Warrior, which is our strength card. So this is Scathash. So she trains the warriors, Cuchulainn and others, and she is very much telling you need to keep your strength, and not just on a physical level but also emotionally and mentally. You need to try to kind of push yourself this month. Obviously don't overdo it, but just that extra bit, because you will find that it's going to really aid you in whatever it is you're trying to do, which is interesting that you have this project that maybe you're feeling like you can't complete it. But it's kind of telling you to push yourself a little bit. So even if you can't complete it, just see how well you can do this month. The next one is the Eight of Wands, and this is like an abundance of energy coming in. So you could find that things move really quickly. The progress in your life at this time could be, you know, light speed. The next card we have for you is the Nine of Wands. So this is the card of recovery. It does have a bit of a self-defensive energy with it. However, it's also a bit lonely too. It means that you have been basically fighting alone for a while with things going on in your life. However, by pushing yourself that little bit more, often this energy just comes out of nowhere, and it means that you will actually succeed in whatever it is that. So I mean, this is linked in here with the Warrior, so there is a recovery here. Then you've got the Queen of Cups as your base of the matter. So this could be an individual coming in, a feminine of the, say, 30+ age range. She's very intuitive, very empathic, very caring and kind. All these could be qualities that you really need to learn this month and try and incorporate into your life. And similar, we have another Queen. So there's two feminine forces down here, which are both of the Queens. So one, however, is the last one here is the Queen of Discs. So this is more of the material realm. Her energy is expression, and she's very, you know, generally very well nourished and, you know, very in touch with her body and the earth and all that kind of thing. So often she'll be a good cook and, you know, have a garden, and often children. She's often very fertile as well. And so this could be an individual of the earth signs linked in here as well. So this individual is linked in with the gain. I mean, she is the Queen of Discs, so it makes sense. Whereas this individual is linked in with the defeat. So maybe even this defeat is going to make, I mean, you need to be strong through this defeat. However, it might actually make you reach new spiritual depths or new, like, compassion for others that are struggling through things. The cards I'm going to clarify with are the Green Witch Tarot, and on the bottom of the deck for you, we actually have a very Aquarian card, so the Page of Athame. So the Page of Athame can signify a child, would be of the air signs, could be, or houses, or, you know, significant planets from those signs. And they often do bring a message as well. So we already had a messenger card with the Knight of Swords, but the page can also bring a message. They also bring new ideas as well. So this could be an underlying theme for you for the month as well, is like new ideas cropping up. Okay, to clarify the Nine of Discs, so this is the gain. You have the Sun. So this is a very positive card and a very good indication of success. So the Sun, you know, illuminates whatever it touches. So there is some definite gain in your life at the moment. And then for this Five of Swords, this defeat, you have the Queen of Pentacles. So we already saw her down here, so she's doubled. So this Queen of Pentacles, whether it's an individual or just something that you need to incorporate in your own life at this time. So for this card with the defeat, which was about taking on more than you can handle, the Queen of Pentacles is a very industrious kind of woman, really, because I mean, she is also linked to not only Capricorn, which is, you know, a very boss energy, but then also Virgo, who's known to work very hard, but then Taurus with their abundance as well. So, you know, potentially maybe this energy is an individual coming in that's going to help you in this energy of defeat. So maybe they will help you out of that in some way, some creative way, or maybe even just with their resources. Maybe you don't have enough resources to complete this project or something like that, because she's a very positive energy. So It really does soften that defeat energy there. And then for the Two of Swords, so this is about the decision making. You have the King of Wands. So this could be a masculine figure of that like 30s plus. The King and Queens are both, you know, mature individuals, age range. However, in this, the Wands is the fire suit, so would be of the like Aries, Leo, Sag signs, or houses or prominent planets from those signs. And maybe he's to teach you about this decision making as well, or he's involved in this decision making in your life. All these decisions are around this King of Wands. There's a link here. And definitely he's a very creative individual. So it could even be saying that you need to become this leader in your decision making and be, you know, creative with your decision making, a creative leader. So for the Knight of Swords, which was this change agent, we have the Four of Pentacles. So it looks to me like there is a change in resources. There is an abundance here, but the Four of Pentacles is not the most abundant. It's inclined to kind of hold on a little bit too tight to their resources and maybe even attach a little bit too much worth to them as well. So this change might be that you are letting go of that you realize these energies don't benefit you and that you need to, you know, lighten up on that kind of, maybe you are downsizing, or maybe you're, you know, clearing your space in some sense, and you're realizing, you know, all this stuff is not really needed, you know, it's actually, it's a burden in a lot of cases, all our physical things that we keep. So I'd say this changing of resources could be linked to that. And then also for the central card, the Warrior, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So you've got a lot of Pentacles coming up. You've had a few Swords as well, but this definitely signifies a new financial opportunity coming in. And especially if you do push yourself that little bit this month. For the Eight of Wands, this was about this energy coming in. We have the Six of Pentacles to clarify. So the Six of Pentacles is about, you know, those that have plenty giving to those that need more. And so really, this is a really positive energy because it's saying there's all this energy here and, you know, resources are going to be flowing in a healthy way. The Nine of Wands is the next card, and this was about that recovery after that defensive energy and feeling quite alone. However, you have the Five of Chalices here, which does signify a loss. So this might be why you've been feeling defensive. There may have been a significant loss in your life, and you might have been feeling really alone with it and defensive. However, the most positive thing you can do is to just try and look at what remains. Obviously, you know, it's important to grieve. So however long you need to take, you need to grieve the loss. However, you need to also walk forwards onto this new journey. And there's 3 cups that are upright still. For the Queen of Cups, which could be an individual or it could be something that you are learning, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So we have another figure. So this could also be an individual. And once again, another pentacle. So there is resources coming in linked to this, either to this queen or to this aspect that you're learning about being this empathic, caring figure. And so these resources are coming in. It could be through an individual or through a few individuals even. However, the Knight is quite slow. So these resources are coming in, but it's a bit slow. The Queen of Discs is clarified with the Three of Athame. So here it is saying there's been some type of heartbreak that has occurred. Maybe this Queen of Discs has experienced this heartbreak. And maybe you are helping them with the resources here. I'm not sure exactly your situation. However, it definitely seems to be saying that, you know, there is more positive energies than negative. Like, yes, there is the Three of Athames, which is heartbreak, but the Queen of Discs is a lot stronger card and it's a lot more positive. So I wouldn't say to rely on your resources, as on a spiritual level, but potentially these resources may help you get through this hard time. So in whatever level that is, like I was saying earlier, the Queen of Discs can be the one that has the garden and loves to cook and very nurturing and nourishing and that kind of thing. So these kind of qualities, making sure that your physical body as well, exercise, all these things really can contribute to your mental well-being as well. Obviously, if you need to see someone, a professional, like, please do so. The next cards I'm going to clarify with are the Earth Magic Oracle for you, Aquarius. And on the bottom of the deck, we have Breath, Forest. So maybe even spending some time in a forest if you have one nearby that you can spend time with, or even going on like a little journey to a forest to breathe in the air and do some forest bathing. This could be a really good time where you can kind of let go of some of this loss and heartbreak and things like that. And, just being in nature is a very healing thing and very cleansing as well from a lot of our, troubles, day-to-day troubles. So the first card you got for your crowning cards, which was the defeat, however, with this Queen of Pentacles, she feels so protective. She's there with two hard cards, two sword cards as well. We have the Power. So you might find that getting through this experience of defeat and having that support there, whether it is in your body or, in some kind of physical resources, that you really find your own power through this experience, like your personal power. The central card we have here is Crystals, Focus. And it actually has it looks to me like amethyst here, which is Aquarius's crystal. So this is for the Warrior, which is about, being strong and pushing yourself that extra little bit. And then the Ace of Pentacles with this new financial opportunity. It's telling you to focus. So focus on these things. It might help calm you. And then for the Queen of Cups, which was about the intuitive, empathic, kind, caring characteristics with this financial incoming opportunity, we have invocation, ceremony. So maybe there is some kind of invocation that you might need to do at this time to really help blend these, resources with this kindness. The next cards I'm going to clarify with are the Green Witch Oracle. And on the bottom of the deck, we have sow, planning, setting intentions, and optimism. So the first card I have for you here is the Walking Stick. And this is about support and encouragement. So potentially, now that we have this card, it's making me think that, you will gain this power from the support and encouragement. But maybe this Queen of Pentacles is actually going to be a mentor that comes in to help you. And that's where this power and this support and encouragement is coming from, this Queen of Pentacles. That's going to be, it could be that you are your own support and mentor. Aquarians are very intelligent signs, and they often know a lot. So the central card we have is Fruit, which symbolizes achievement and success. And this is linked in here with the Focus. So they're really wanting you to focus on this achievement and this success and this new opportunity. And then you have Trunk, stability, loyalty, and reliability. And this is linked to the invocation. So maybe by having a regular practice like this might really stabilize your energies. Maybe you might find that your mind just runs everywhere. And if you can find a little practice that you can do to just calm it down and just center and focus, like she's doing here with the crystals, you might really find that it actually brings a lot of stability and reliability to your days. And it might be easier then to really bring out these positive qualities and manifest this financial opportunity. The next cards I'm going to read from are the Nature Speak Oracle. And on the bottom of the deck, we have ice and frost, static conditions. So there's some kind of static energy involved here. There's something on hold, which is interesting because we did have the Knight of Pentacles who can kind of hold things up a little bit. So the first card we have is River and Stream, flowing and evolving, with the walking stick, support and encouragement. So definitely if you can get some exercise, it's so good for your mind and your heart and your body and everything. And, you know, it really does encourage those energies of flowing and evolving. It helps everything flow around your body better, and, you know, your thoughts flow better. And then even potentially when they are flowing better, they're evolving better as well. And then the central card we have for you is Beach, as in the beech tree, power in prayer. So prayer is a really magical, fantastic thing you can do, and it's so personal. You know, no one needs to know about it. It's something that you can do maybe just before you go to sleep at night, or when you wake up in the morning, or, you know, at a private moment that's regular, I find can be best. And this is about this achievement and success. So prayer is lovely. It's a good focusing tool. And I think when you really send out energy to the universe, it does communicate back with you. You know, it's like this relationship that we can have that it's very private, but very magical. And then you've got Prairie, move and adapt. And this is for the stability, loyalty, and reliability. So yeah, once again, making sure you're getting movement in every day. I mean, Aquarius, when it comes to health, does rule over the circulatory system. So if your circulatory system isn't doing too well, it is going to really affect Aquarians, say, more than others. So even just gentle exercise like walking is really good. Hiking is great if you can do longer walks, or even, you know, stretching and things like that. The next cards I'm going to read from today are actually these are the last cards, the Australian Wildflower cards. And on the bottom of the deck, we have Geraldton Wax, assertiveness. So there could be some underlying energy this month of you needing to be assertive. So the first card we have here is Billy Buttons, Peace. So Billy Buttons are found inland Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria and South Australia. They herald peace, an end to disputes, and a prompt to settle disagreements. They signal that you may be the peacemaker and indicate to you that now is the time to make it happen, to move forward in order for balance to be restored. If you have felt that you cannot fight on, then the appearance of Billy Buttons says, don't. Now is not the time for fighting. It's the time to make peace. A new way of thinking and tackling the issues will present when heads are calm. The challenge of Billy Buttons is arrogance and a win at all costs attitude. Perhaps you or someone needs to ask, what are we fighting for? As a healer, Billy Buttons brings peace, calm, and serenity. It works very well with those in disputes and as a meditation support. So I wonder if it also works in mediation as well. So that is for this flowing and evolving. So by letting these energies flow and evolve, you will find peace. So if there is any, excess, maybe static energy or, blockages. Your central card for the month is tea tree, attainment. So tea trees, there are many in Australia and they are found mostly in Victoria. Goal setting is key, as something you want to attain or manifest is very much coming your way. You will need to be ready for the opportunities as they present. Tea tree is also a lucky energy, so the stars are in your favor. Success is indicated if you are trying to decide whether to stay the course with a project. Mental work and clear thinking are also indicated at this time. The challenge of tea tree is overthinking, mood swings, and not listening to your intuition, along with not following through with projects and promises. As a healer, tea tree provides personal stability and lifts the mood. So this is interesting because it did seem to be saying that there was something you were working on here, and it was to do with this new financial opportunity, and you needed to focus on this success, and the prayers will help you. So it's a definite attainment for you this month, something significant. And then the last one we have for you is swamp lily energy. So swamp lilies are found in swampy wet habitats along the coastal areas of Queensland and New South Wales. Endurance, revived feelings, rejuvenated outlook. The swamp lily indicates a new lust for life. There is a need for you to focus right now on your needs, or you could be in danger of getting twisted up in feelings of regret and drudgery. New experiences to infuse your family and close relationships with a stronger commitment and a feeling of belonging are suggested. Energy means action, so look at what action you need to create the reaction you desire. As a challenge, swamp lily warns of exhaustion, of putting too much energy in one place, and of being overburdened with responsibilities. As a healer, swamp lily is perfect for those seeking pregnancy or going through any physical or life change which has depleted their energy. So there's going to be energy, and this is linked to the move and adapt. So yeah, even though exercise may seem tiring at the time, it actually does make your body stronger and it does make the energy flow better. Obviously, you do need to rest as well. You can't just keep going all the time. So the astrological musings for the month for you are quite interesting. So this month there's quite a bit of movement of the planets and also like energies. So in the true sky, the sun will move into the sign of Gemini around the 20th of this month. So after that time, the sun could be trining your Aquarius placements, which would bring a lot of energy. And it is interesting that you did get the sun card here today. So that to me is very resonant. Also, this month, like quite soon, Venus will move into true sky, Cancer, and also Jupiter and Mercury. However, at the moment, they are all in Gemini. So Mercury could very easily be trining your Aquarian placements, which really does bring that active mind energy. Jupiter could be trining your Aquarius placements, which brings a lot of luck and abundance and really philosophical kind of insights as well. And then also Venus, it still is in True Sky Gemini, so it is moving into Cancer this month, as will Jupiter and Gemini, Mercury will move into Cancer. However, they are still in Gemini, so they could all be trining. And then we do have Mars in True Sky Aries, which means that it could be sextiling your Aquarian placements. And then we have the North Node, which we did talk about briefly, in your sign of Aquarius for still quite some time. So I don't know if it would be aspecting your sign now, or if it's already aspected your sign, or if it's going to aspect your sign, like conjoin your sign, because it's at the moment, it's kind of in the first part of Aquarius. So, however, the current sun is in True Sky Taurus and Uranus is in True Sky Taurus. So these placements could be squaring your Aquarius placement. So there could be like a challenging energy with the sun. However, obviously once it moves into Gemini, it could soften. And then also you have got the South Node in Leo. So this would be or could be opposing your Aquarian placements as well. So there could be some kind of like past life karma energy, kind of challenging energies, which is interesting that you did get the rebirth card as the shadow of the deck, which was talking about like past actions and things like that. I don't see anything particularly, harsh. We had a couple of difficult combinations, but yeah, so I hope you have a fantastic month ahead. And if the reading resonated in any way, could you please like, comment, and or subscribe to my channel? And also, if it didn't completely resonate, that's like totally understandable. Some bits might resonate and then other bits might resonate with someone else, because it is a general reading. So, there's obviously a lot of people that it could, a lot of True Sky Aquarians, and it doesn't have to be the sun. It could be like your moon or your rising or any significant Aquarius placements that are very like significant in your chart. Like for me as an example, I have Mercury in Aquarius in the True Sky. It's the only planet I have in the True Sky in Aquarius. However, it is the ruler of my chart. So sometimes Aquarius things really resonate for me because it really has that strength in my chart. I'm not sure if you would have a similar thing, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it doesn't have to be the sun or, things like that. Mercury is it is an inner planet, so it is a personalized planet, but then because it's the ruler of my chart and it's in Aquarius, it does have like a bit of a strength to it there as well. And then, yeah, so I'll be back again soon with another reading. Take care of yourself and have a great month ahead. Okay, bye.